What's up, everybody? This is the old guy in the club. I am the old guy that is smiling Rob Zilla.
I'm always smiling.
You got some really nice white teeth. Mine, I got to get my teeth whitened. Look at that.
No, this is the byproduct of really good Invisalign, having a really good orthodontist, which I'm still in treatment. First of all, I should say thank you, right? Whenever somebody offers you a compliment, you're supposed to say thank you. So thank you very much. And yeah, there's a spot here in San Diego called, wait for it, San Diego Tooth Whitening. And it's
tooth whitening?
Teeth whitening, tooth whitening. I don't know. Maybe I'm
mispronouncing. Well, no, I mean, that's my point. If it's San Diego Tooth Whitening, that would be kind of weird, right?
Why? When you go and get a haircut, right before you start yelling at the person, you don't. I mean, you don't get a haircut. You get a haircut. It's multiple hairs.
That's the oldest dad joke in the book. Hey, you getting a haircut? No, I'm getting them all cut.
And in honor of Father's Day, just 18 days away. But no, seriously, they did a good job. Also, I think it's the lighting here in my bedroom that's making my teeth.
They look good. Mine, not so good. I got to go in.
Yeah, get them done, dude.
I do.
Listen, I ain't got shit else going for me other than this smile. I mean, ain't nobody else grooving on this. So this is basically this is my calling card right here.
You shut your face, Zilla.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we'll just, kind of chit chat till the people get here, till the masses get here.
Yes. Wait, the masses get here. Sure.
Yeah.
So how's your week so far?
Busy week, man. Busy week.
All right.
Slanging weed and actually not slanging weed yet. We're still in build out, but
you're a farmer.
I'm a farmer. That's true. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Not that this has been a miserable process by any stretch, but our facility is very, very close to being in like semi-full production mode. We're probably a week away.
A week away from weed?
Oh, well, we already have weed in there.
Yeah.
But we're probably a week away from like us really, really working.
So for those
very exciting.
For those of us that don't live in Arizona, I myself here in California, land of the anything goes. What is the cannabis business like out there in Arizona?
Well, I think by that question, you're asking me from a consumer standpoint, what's it like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's anything goes at this point. Okay. We passed recreational earlier this year, or I guess in November, and it went into effect earlier this year. So yeah, I mean, you can just walk into a dispensary and buy weed if you're over the age of 21. It's pretty cool.
First guest in the chat room, Modest Extraordinaire. Hi, Jenna. Justin, you're alive. No, you're live, is what she's saying. And hi, Zilla.
I mean,
hi, Jenna.
I'm live. Alive is stretching it. I am not alive. I am exhausted. I don't know why. It seems like every week we jump on this thing, and I love doing it, but I'm always so freaking tired before we do it.
And we should probably expect Neil's absence.
No. Actually, Neil is at the Yankee game.
Yeah, that's why
he's a big sports guy.
Yeah, we're explaining Neil's absence by Neil not being here by being at the Yankees game. Must be nice.
Yes. I love going to a Yankees game. There's not many more things I like more than going to the ballpark, having some snacks and an ice cold beer.
I very much enjoy that. I really, really, really enjoy that.
Yeah.
I was. I'm going to text you something, Justin. I was at a ball last night.
You were what?
I was at a baseball game last night. Technically.
Oh wow. Okay.
Technically.
Just before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to my cousin Chris in the chat. What's up there, cuz?
I thought that was my cousin Chris. I'm glad that we clarified because
Do you have a cousin Chris in the chat as well?
No.
That is not you at a baseball game, Zilla.
That's definitely me at a baseball game. Just me at a
Well,
baseball.
you know what I mean. I will as soon as this comes live on my my little computer here, I'll pop this up on the screen so everyone can see because it is pretty cool.
Yeah. And it shows up from time to time, and I've been playing a little bit more, and I'll go more in depth in this in a second, but it's still a trip. Like, I know it's there, I know it happens with a good amount of frequency, and it still trips me out every single time it happens.
Yeah.
So if you're just
wait, hold on. I think I'm a little confused. I'm waiting for this stupid pinwheel to go away so the picture will pop up. But okay. So I'm going to put a picture up here for Zilla to explain.
So what you're looking at is a screen grab from MLB The Show 2021, and in the stands at Petco Park, that's me. That's definitely me at Petco Park. I didn't get a good look during the zoom in, but I'm pretty sure the gentleman that's drinking from his cup a row in front of me is my friend Ramon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm definitely that's 100% me. Though I think my brother goes around telling other people that it's him, but that is 100% me.
It looks nothing like Nick. But I will say, you put a picture up the other day on Instagram. It was one of those older pictures from when you had the suit on. You and Nick actually do look very much alike in that picture.
What?
Yeah. Yep. I see it.
I don't get it. Listen, I got to tell you, I was a handsome young man back then. Nowadays, not so much. But
now you're a handsome old man.
Now I'm a handsome old man. But I mean, I had the flowing locks, slicked back hair.
I wouldn't say they were flowing.
You have no idea how long my hair used to be. In those photos, it was a slicked back, but my bangs would drop down to past my chin, and it would come all the way down. I could pull it back if I wanted to. It was like I had hair because I was, 19, 20, 21, hanging out. Jenna says in the chat room, Jenna, it was a nice pic, Zilla. I saw it. Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate it. Thanks for being a better friend than one of my best friends.
I didn't say you look. Wait, what? I didn't say you look bad.
No, you did. You were questioning my hairline, and I took that to heart. Listen, I haven't had a hairline since like the late 90s, so it is what it is. Speaking of which, Justin, I have to tell you this really quick. So yesterday, June 1st.
Take your time.
June 1st, 2021. 30 years ago yesterday, I got to turn my tassel. I graduated high school 30 years ago yesterday.
Wow.
I know. And it's like, it seems like forever.
Why am I a year behind you?
I might have skipped a grade in elementary school.
Did you really? Wow. That's a very interesting Zilla fact that I never knew.
I never went to fifth grade. I went from fourth to sixth. Wow. I was the youngest kid in my class.
Fifth grade was the best year of my life. You missed
really?
A lot, Zilla. No, I'm just joking.
I mean, listen, fifth grade in a Catholic school in La Jolla, let me tell you something. Between fourth and sixth, it's still more of the same shit. It's just it's just more guilt. Actually, that's the one thing. I had one less year of Catholic school guilt. But yeah.
Why did you skip? Were you that smart? And if so, what happened?
I was bored. Yeah. I mean,
Huh.
there's absolutely no way for me to answer this without sounding some type of way, but I had excelled academically as a child and into middle school and honestly through junior high and high school. And I had shit grades all through high school because I was just bored. Nothing interested me at all. But,
Wow.
you know, and then I, truthfully, I went into college. I went to San Diego State as a political science major because my folks and my folks had aspirations of me going to law school, and you know, when you're 17, you really don't know any better, I darn near flunked out my first term at SDSU. And unbeknownst to my folks, I changed majors in my second term and went to communications major and made the dean's list in and so it was just like that was kind of the proof, like this is my path, this is what I want
Yeah.
to do. And so go figure. Moral of the story is, and I'm not a parent, but let your kids figure shit out.
Speaking of grades,
Yeah.
we got Tommy's report card today.
Oh boy, how many A's
So
did he get?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How
He
many
got an A in
five?
U.S. history,
Good.
an A minus in math,
Good.
an A in lit comp, and an A in physical education.
Okay.
He got a B plus in Latin, which is ridiculous that they even have a Latin class. He got a B in life science.
Okay.
He got a B minus in introduction to music.
All right.
And he got a C in introduction to studio art. So he's very much like me in a couple ways. Music, art, that's not my strong suit either. Which is, probably why I'm in the music industry.
Yes. Do the one thing that you're horrible at and make a career out of it.
So his GPA 3.49.
Well, I think I could speak for not only myself, but everybody else here in this chat room, that we're all very proud of him and his academic achievements. And Jenna asks a very interesting question. It was one that
I'm going to delete this. I'm deleting this question.
So there used to be a thing in our household where a report card comes, it was money for A's. So
I did not know that. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah, it was like $100. I think when I was growing up, it was $100 per A and $1,000 for straight A's.
No way.
Yeah, I hold on.
Are you asking your sister?
I'm going to ask Nelly.
Oh boy, she's going to be mad. You're putting her on TV.
Hi,
Hey, Mom. Listen, I'm on the podcast with Justin, and we have a academic question for you. Growing up in elementary school, high school, I remember that you and Dad would give us money for grades. Like if we had good report cards, we would get cashed out. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
And how much was it? Do you remember how much each A was and what a straight A report card would get you?
I honestly don't remember. I'm so sorry.
All right. Does $100 an A and $1,000 for straight A's sound accurate?
It rings a bell.
Wow. That's crazy. Hi, Nelly.
That is, but I used to bribe them. Hi, Justin. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Great to have you on the show.
Mom's making her podcast debut.
It's amazing.
I'm famous now. I'm on the show.
It's so good.
Jennifer just jumped into the chat room and she just verified $1,000.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah, in 1991 money, bro.
Well, luckily for me,
Mom
he didn't get straight A's, so I don't have to. Bye, Nelly.
Al says that's when he had money. He doesn't do it anymore.
Al said that's when he had money. Yeah, that's why I didn't have any grandkids. I didn't want you shortchanging them. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.
Oh, it's the
You know
best.
what? I got to go to the I got to go to the source. Why leave things ambiguous? That's
Straight
kinda
A's,
nice.
$1,000, man.
Mom and dad both on the podcast today. How about that?
Jennifer, did any of you ever get straight A's? For Zilla, you can answer too.
I'm gonna say no.
He probably gave the teacher $100. Just give him a B. Give him a B plus.
So I did. I'm like, look, I'll give each of you guys, each of you teachers. I got 5 teachers. I'll give each of you $100. Give me an A, and then I could pocket the other 500.
Oh man! Oh my goodness!
Jenna got
Amazing
in college and got a car.
Wow! I got like straight C's. Actually, I didn't get straight C's because if I had, I wouldn't have got kicked out of school.
I excelled in classes like underwater fire prevention.
Is that a real class?
No, underwater fire prevention.
I don't know why I just asked that. Stop.
Basket weaving.
So oh boy, I'm tired. So I got a belated birthday present today.
What'd you get?
And I know you will appreciate this present, and so will your sister.
Okay.
So here's a picture of the present I got today.
Very, very, very nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know like what you call them or anything like that, because I'm not really up on the lingo of like what what this type, what this actual release is called. But I thought they were pretty sick.
They are. I'm just looking for it. I know it has a name, and I can't figure out, and I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I know where to find it.
Oh yeah.
I actually really love that color.
I do too. Like for me, like a nice pair of like gray jeans looks sick with those, but that's me. Or black, obviously. Black goes with everything.
Absolutely.
But I like gray. And our friend Chris, who gave them to me, was telling me I have to wear at least one of them with the green laces. Yeah. I don't think I'm the green lace kind of guy.
I'm always alternate laces. I'm very much an alternate laces guy.
Wait, would you do one black and one green, or just both green?
Oh no, I do. I do the alternate. Yeah. So these are the patinas. That's what I thought.
Patina?
Patina. Patina.
Okay.
Because it's like a patina. Like if you took something that was copper and then and then it rusts and you get that green color, or that and it or bronze or copper, and it kind of gets that rusty color to it. That's called a patina, and that's what this is. I like, for example, I have like the pink and black ones, and I always wear mine with the pink laces. I won't wear it with the black laces. I have I always do the statement laces. If that's, look at Jen. I love those retro high patina. Jen knows the shoes as well or better than I do.
Yeah, I knew when I put it up there that both of you guys would know.
My sister's a sneakerhead. I raised her well.
I told Chris I didn't want him to buy me these because I would like them, and then I would start buying more sneakers when I don't need more sneakers.
Though, it's like the days where like no one's wearing dress shoes. It's like, why would you go out and wear a pair of Ferragamos or $1,000 pair of dress shoes, hypothetically speaking, or even $500? I'd rather have 2.5 pair of Jordans and have something that I can accessorize up and down versus, there's that same black pair of.
Yeah. Look, I have other pairs of Jordans and I love them. They're great. I'm not a collector really, but maybe I'll become one.
I'm not a collector. I'm a wearer. Unlike a lot of our friends who have a lot of dead stock inventory, the things I buy, I wear. I buy them with the intention of wearing them.
Right.
I like it. What up, Lancelot? Welcome to the show.
So thank you to our good friends Chris and Hope for my amazing birthday present. I
Yes.
will wear them. I promise that.
And you guys had the weekend in Vegas celebrating
We
their
did. Yep.
together. So
Yep.
yeah, lots of wins for Justin Zotz.
It happens every once in a while.
Hey.
Yeah. So Neil's at a baseball game, as we know. We were talking about stadium foods on his show this morning.
All right.
And the subject of hot dogs came up.
Okay.
And I was trying to explain to Neil, because he won't eat a hot dog at the game, right? This is not him. Oh, wait, he did? Jenna in the chat just said, oh my God, he ate a hot dog.
Wait,
did he? Oh, wow.
Is he hot dog averse? Is he have an aversion to hot dogs?
No, he's just eating clean right now.
Okay.
So we were asking him if he was going to eat a hot dog. He's like, no, I don't get, blah, blah, blah. And we were kind of talking about hot dogs, and I explained hot dogs at the stadium like this. Like, they're not the best hot dogs. I don't think anybody would say that. But the stadium that you grew up in, for me, Yankee Stadium, the taste of a Yankee Stadium hot dog tastes exactly like that, like a Yankee Stadium hot dog. So when I go there, I want a hot dog and I want an ice cold beer, right? Now, is a hot dog at Katz's way better? Of course it is. Is a Portillo's hot dog better? Of course it is. But there's something about a stadium hot dog to me.
No argument here.
Dodger dogs suck, though. Sorry. I know you don't care, and you probably say the same thing. But that's my...
No, because it's a farmer. Dodger dog is a Farmer John hot dog. It's local. So it would be better if they took the word Dodger out of it. But other than that, it's a good hot dog.
I didn't like them. I went once. I did not like it.
Yeah. Stadium food is amazing.
See, I was just going to start this conversation because I have a feeling that you are not a traditionalist when it comes to stadium food.
Growing up here in San Diego, for those of you who didn't know, I grew up here in San Diego. Growing up here in San Diego, I think Petco Park has done a really good job of curating local eateries that showcase that they put on showcase on display. So like if you're a visitor in San Diego and you're not going to drive from downtown to Encinitas to Coronado to El Cajon and all the various neighborhoods, but they've found some of the best eateries in each of those neighborhoods and placed them on the concourse so that it's kind of like a San Diego culinary showcase. So yeah, the Cardiff Crack brisket nachos all day. Like, yeah, for as much as I love, the nachos that come in the warming cup and the rip open
it's the
bag,
best.
those are
love
amazing,
those.
right? They're just there's absolutely no real food in there whatsoever. You have no idea what it is you're eating. It's just nothing but sodium and preservatives. But damn, is it good. But then again, sometimes you just want a really, 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 really good fish taco. We got those at Petco Park too.
See, I go to games so... What's the word I'm looking for? Not often. What's the word?
Infrequent?
Yes. That when I go, I want all my staples that I grew up with. I want a hot dog. I want a pretzel. I want some popcorn. And maybe some of those fake nachos that you just said, or some peanuts. That's what I want. Obviously, I'm not going to eat all of each of those things, but I'd like a little taste of each when I'm at the stadium.
Justin, I'm actually going to send you, the Padres have a guide. It's called, here's their food guide. And I want you to take a look at it and let's kind of go over these things together. And then you tell me whether or not you would it would work or wouldn't work.
Smash or pass?
Yeah, it's a smash or pass when it comes to food. Sure. So top of the list, tri-tip nachos. I actually just talked about these from Cardiff Seaside Market. Tri-tip nachos, cheese sauce, chopped up tri-tip, barbecue, sour cream, green onions. Take a look at that photo and tell me that isn't a great ballpark nacho.
I didn't see a picture come through. but
Oh, click the link. It's at the very top. You just slow.
I'm not a hold on. It's coming up. When it comes to nachos, I don't like meat.
Okay.
I just like a
You don't do chicken nachos. Chicken nachos.
I kind of don't. Hold on, let's do this here.
Chicken nachos. Chicken nachos. What? My sister resubscribed? Hey, Jen.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
Thanks for resubscribing, Jen.
Okay, so here we go.
There we go, Justin. Look at that.
You know what? That looks delicious. I'm not going to lie.
People drive from all points of the county to go to Cardiff Seaside Market for their Cardiff crack. That's their tri-tip. Put that on nachos. So there's that, right? So that's a pass. I mean, that's a smash.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the next one. This is the
Oh,
from
stop it. Who would get that at a baseball game?
You'd be surprised, but listen,
That's a pass.
That's a competitor to us, but I respect their food. They do really, really good food. All right, that's a smash.
Pass. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's almost close to a famous Al's or Al's famous. I forget what you.
They do. It looks like an Al's famous, but don't let people fool you.
No. Al's way better than that. This is a pass for me.
Okay.
I don't like grilled fish tacos. As you know, I don't eat cooked fish most of the time.
But you'll do the fried fish taco, right? Because they do that too.
I sometimes.
All right. Gaglione
Okay.
Brothers cheesesteak.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good with this.
I would take a cheesesteak over a dog any day.
They have their place, both of them. This
All
looks
right.
really good. And this cheesesteak with these red, I'm guessing, cherry peppers.
Yeah.
Woo! Man, yeah. I don't know about the pepperoncinis, though.
I mean, to each their own, but I'm just saying, like, you can customize it the way you want, but I'm saying that it's available to you at Gaglione,
Right.
at the ballpark. Here's the San Diego icon. San Diego's got some great burgers, but I'd argue that it all started off with this place right here, Hodad's.
And I'd argue that Hodad sucks.
Okay. And that's,
I'm
and
not
I'm not going to
not a fan.
It's a valid opinion. People have things that they like and they don't like. I'm making the point, though, that San Diego, the Petco Park folks, the Padres, have done a really good job of curating different places that are iconic in different levels within San Diego, giving people anything that you want. So your options aren't just limited to the hot dog and popcorn, peanuts, and and a Coke. That there are, you can have dinner there if you really want.
Yeah, no, I'm actually not even disagreeing with you. I think it's great to have options like this. I personally wouldn't get any of them
right
at the game, but
okay.
I would eat pretty much all of these somewhere else.
At the game.
Yeah, except Hodad's.
Okay.
I'm not a Hodad's guy.
I got a couple next to San Diego. I got a couple places for you.
Okay. This pizza looks okay. I mean, I would pass on that. I don't know what this is, but I think I'm smashing.
This is the little slugger meal. It's it's a dog, fruit, cookie, and a drink. And I mean,
I think I'm in.
And a little helmet. I'd do that all day.
Oh, Dippin' Dots.
I love Dippin' Dots.
Have I ever told you the Dippin' Dots story?
Even if you have, please tell it again, but I don't remember. I don't think you have.
So my cousins, they've been in a lot of different businesses, but they started, or I don't know if they started, but when I was a kid, they were in like the in the distributor business. So they were distributors for, they own like a beer store, like soda store. I don't know if these places still exist, but anyway, so they had the like the distribution for like the East Coast or the Northeast, whatever it was, first of all for RC Cola, and then after that Snapple, when Snapple got big. So apparently they did very well. But then they got into the Dippin' Dots game, and they were distributors of Dippin' Dots, I believe, possibly nationally, but definitely East Coast. So then what they decided to do was they just created their own knockoff Dippin' Dots called Frosty Bites.
Okay, never heard of it, but glad to know it
And
exists.
so I don't know. So if Dippin' Dots are like round pellets, Frosty Bites had a different shape to them.
Like a teardrop or a square.
Yeah, which is how they got away with just totally knocking them off. So of course Dippin' Dots sued them, and my cousins won.
Wow.
Yes. So then at the same time, or just after that, they opened up, and I'm sure you know about this place, they opened up a cupcake chain called Crumbs.
Yep.
And so they did that for a while. Excuse me.
And what are they doing?
And then, what's that?
And then,
And then, no.
and then,
And then, most recently, well, actually, they have a popcorn brand right now called Papa's Pops.
okay.
And it's like a skinless popcorn. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't
And they're
like
doing
popcorn skins.
They're doing that right now, but most recently, as recent as a week ago, the youngest son, who's I believe closest to my age, he started a company called Liqs, Liqs, and it was a pre-made, ready-to-drink shot. They started the company, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, something like that, probably, maybe. No, actually longer than that, because when we were still at Hard Rock, they had started the company. So maybe 8 years ago, something like that. So they started this company. They just sold it to E&J Gallo. They closed the deal last week.
Jeez.
So
Gotta love people that innovate. Gotta love people that put in the work, man.
Yep. So those are my cousins, which is awesome. Okay,
Scroll
we got a
through.
Mr. Softy in a mini helmet. Can't go wrong.
Yeah,
Like
right?
that's classic.
There's
I'm
pie,
passing on that.
pizza
passing.
fork.
That
And
kale
then-
salad looks pretty delicious.
Yeah, vegans stay home. No, that's fine. I mean, that's that's it.
That's it.
That's the highlight reel of the food that you'll find at Petco Park. And honestly, I think they do a good job. I can't wait to go to a ball game.
Yes, if you're the type of person that would like the non-traditional stadium foods, it's great. And I've been there with you, and I think I've probably eaten some of this stuff, and it's not terrible. Of course, it's great. I just personally would not eat it at a baseball game.
Let me rephrase this, right? If let's say you're a season ticket holder and you're at the ballpark a couple times a week, all of a sudden maybe you want a little break from the monotony. So there is something to be said for all of the great things like they do have. I'm not trying to say that the traditional ballpark food is absent. It's that they round out their offerings by showcasing local things. And that means that there's a little something for everybody, which is awesome. It means that you can go to the ballpark, as a season ticket holder, you could have your Friar Frank, not a Dodger dog. You could have your Friar Franks on Monday. And then, for the Wednesday day game, you're having a cheesesteak at your seat. So,
and Friday you get diabetes.
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Claudia in the chat. Thank you for joining us as always. But no, I don't disagree with you. Didn't there used to be a Phil's there? Phil's Barbecue?
So Phil's got replaced.
Wow.
Phil's got replaced by a gentleman that I know socially. His name is Andy Harris. Andy Harris owns a spot. He has multiple locations. The first one was in North Park, and then he opened one in Flynn Springs, which is about 5 minutes outside El Cajon, called Grand Old Barbecue. And this is Central Texas barbecue. Phil's isn't real barbecue. It's with a barbecue sauce.
But it's fucking delicious.
No argument there. It is a guilty pleasure for most San Diegans. But Andy Harris and his crew they're doing real barbecue on site at Petco, and Andy's food is phenomenal.
Wow.
So next time you're in town, we're going to a ball game.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
My whole life when I was younger, all I wanted to do was go to sporting events. Now it's like annoying to me. a lot of times. It's like you're uncomfortable sitting in the seats. You don't see the game as well as you would on TV. Now, I know I sound like an old guy right now, but that's kind of how I feel these days. I mean, my brother's at the Knicks game right now. Probably about 8 beers deep.
Nice. No
At
wonder
least.
he's not here on the show with us. Love ballpark food. That's how I'm ending this segment on, ballpark food, stadium food, arena food, movie theater food, junk food. It's all shit, but it's so good.
Speak of the devil, my brother is now going live on Instagram. This should be interesting. We should just throw that on right now and just laugh at him.
Right? Just him from afar.
Speaking of food, another conversation we had today on the show, on Neil's show, we were talking about our favorite steakhouses in New York.
Okay. In New York.
Well, specifically New York, but I don't think we have to specifically stay in New York.
Okay.
What's your favorite? I know what your favorite is.
I have 2 locally here in San Diego that I adore. I love a spot in the East Village called Cowboy Star, and it's neck and neck with another spot called Born and Raised. For just sheer food, I'm going to give the nod to Cowboy Star. But when it comes to the food, environment, vibe, scene, that one goes to Born and Raised. But yeah, those are my jams, dude. I love both of those spots.
Born and Raised is great. Like, great, beautiful place. I can't imagine how much money they spent building that place.
$7 million.
7?
$7 million on a building.
I thought it would have been more. I mean, it's beautiful.
7 they admit to.
So 4?
I don't know. I mean, the Consortium Holdings, the group that owns that, they just bought the Lafayette Hotel.
I don't even know what that is.
The Lafayette Hotel is that really cool old hotel on El Cajon Boulevard, like just west of Texas Street. It looks like a giant red colonial mansion. And in the ground floor, they have the old school steakhouse, the Red Fox Room, which I used to love that place. Oh, Justin,
Did we ever do anything the 6 years I lived in San Diego? I feel like I missed everything.
We ate at Nobu a lot.
We did.
And the Palm, and we really just kind of stayed in a 92101. We really stayed in a specific zip code because none of us were really sober enough to drive anywhere. So look, when you're in town, we'll try some new places next time you make your way west.
Yeah, we probably won't. We'll probably go to Nobu.
I know. End up at Nobu.
I have not been to Nobu since I've lived in Arizona, which now has been 10 months.
Jesus.
Wow. Have not been to Nobu yet.
And we have a friend that works at your Nobu.
I know. I talked to her, I don't know, a few weeks ago. Chris wanted to go, and I set up the reservation for him because you can't get a reservation anywhere in Scottsdale. It's unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Like, if you said right now, I want to go to City Hall, probably not. It's probably not happening.
Okay.
Or it'd be like, 2 hours.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up steakhouses because I posted something on my personal social media the other day, and I think that this is a nice opportunity to kind of talk about it, get some opinions in the chat room.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
So there's a steakhouse in Philadelphia. It's where I used to live. That is basically, they have a sign out in front of the restaurant. I think it's on their website as well, where there's a $100 minimum per person on the table. That's basically what they're charging. And let me try and find it so I can get the exact verbiage. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. So, Steak 48 in Philadelphia has the following policy. I'm trying to find it. It's not on this page. Great. I should have been more prepared. Should have been better prepared.
It's all right, Zilla.
All right. So on their website, they've got a dress code. Proper attire required for the comfort and enjoyment of all of our guests. We do have a strict dress code. To find out in detail, please click here. We look forward to seeing you. And the dress code is no sweatpants, workout attire, which includes running or gym shorts, sports bras, heavyweight hooded sweatshirts, or yoga pants. No sweatshirts or t-shirts with large images, screen printing, or large logos, large writing, or characters. Men may not wear tank tops or sleeveless shirts. No exposed undergarments. No bustier tops, corset tops, bandeau tops, or tube tops. Any clothing that is exclusively revealing and shows an overly bare midriff or excess cleavage. I'm out. Any clothing with language or graphics that are vulgar or sexually explicit. Excessively frayed or torn clothing, clothing emitting offensive odors such as excessive perfume, cologne, tobacco odors. No hats for gentlemen guests. Ball cap. Women may not wear ball caps. No bandanas as headwear, and footwear is required, but there are no restrictions on the type of footwear. So that's the first part of this new policy for them.
I didn't know about that part. I just knew about the part you're probably about to read.
And then there is a $100 per person food and beverage minimum for each person at your table in order to ensure that each guest enjoys the total experience of food, service, and atmosphere. This does not include tax or tip. We look forward to welcoming you. Steak 48. So.
All right. Here's my thoughts. My thoughts on the second part of this are, if they're going to enforce it to everyone that walks in the place, I'm okay with it. But if they're going to use that to not allow the people in that they're obviously trying not to allow in, then I have a problem with it.
Okay. Fair enough.
They're obviously stereotyping a younger urban demographic, okay? And
well, Philadelphia is an urban town, and I think they are targeting a younger demographic. And hear me out on this. And I'm not defending the policy. I think it's a shit policy, and it's even worsely worded, and it could have been accomplished in a bit of a different way. And I have a suggestion on how it could have been accomplished. I guess that they've been experiencing a lot of instances where folks would come in and order a salad, order, one or two items to split among 4 or 5 people because they're doing it for the gram. And, and when restaurants today have capacity, like in the previous months, that maybe they were at 50% occupancy, and you're expecting, let's say, a 4-top to generate no less than $400, and you've got an $80 sale on that table. That's not very sustainable for a restaurant. Again, I'm not agreeing with the way that they worded the policy, but the way I might have handled it, their food and beverage minimums are not unique to any place, right? If you rent a suite at a major league ballpark, it's the price of admission. It's this amount of tickets plus there's a minimum spend. I believe most nightclubs have a minimum spend on food and beverage. That's the price of admission. But it's a minimum, right? And so I think that the way I would have done it is either assigned a table minimum or made it a cover charge that's redeemable for food and beverage. You'd like to eat here? It's $100 per person that's redeemable for food and beverage. And if people don't feel comfortable with that, get it. I mean, let me rephrase. You know,
They could
now that I'm saying out loud, that's a really shitty solution. Go on.
I mean, they could also institute split plate charges,
Sure.
which is very common in restaurants.
Absolutely.
They could raise prices.
Well, I mean, how far, you know, if you've got, let's say, you know, $68 steaks, but you've got the shrimp cocktail for $19, and you've got a four top, and everybody's ordering the shrimp cocktail and, you know, and a vodka soda, you know, that's, again, I get why these folks are trying to fix obviously they have an issue. It's an ongoing issue. I think they're handling it poorly. I don't know, but I don't have the solution on how to fix it. But they have higher priced items. They just don't have anybody ordering them.
I think they should raise their lower priced items.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you go in there,
I mean,
right,
a chopped salad at the Ivy's like $48 or whatever the hell it is. I'm just using the Ivy as an example. You know,
go to Ruth's Chris, it's like, you know, your chopped salad's $50. So an appetizer is between $12 and $18. Salad is between $15 and $22. An entree is ballpark in the $60s, and a dessert's about $20. So when you figure in, so let's go 20 plus 60 is 80. Another 20 is 100. You're looking at about $120, $115 to $120 before tax and tip. If you're doing a coursed meal, now you might skip a course, you might not do an appetizer, you might not do a salad, you might not do dessert, but you're still in that $80, $90 range. You've ordered an entree, or maybe you've skipped the entree, but you're doing salad, app, and a dessert, which puts you in $70, $80 range, you know, or $60 range. I think that that's totally acceptable. I think that that's, you know, they're going, you know, that's, but when they have the issues where, I can't speak for management, but I'm thinking that people aren't even getting close.
Yeah.
But why would you book a reservation at a restaurant without the intention of spending money there? That's my question.
Well, I mean, not everyone spends money like we do at restaurants.
I'm a weirdo. I investigate everything that's on the menu, right? And if I can't afford to go someplace, and there was a time where I couldn't afford to go places, and I didn't have the generosity of friends that was like, you know what, we want you to be a part of this regardless, so we got you. And that's happened to me frequently in my life. But I'm just like, if a situation is going to make me financially uncomfortable, I will remove myself from said situation. I'm not trying to fake the funk like I got it like that I could be at restaurant X, that has a $120 per person check average, and fake it because I want to look cool on Instagram. I have other things that I want to fake to make me look cool on Instagram.
I don't have a problem with the minimum.
Me either.
Because you can just choose not to go there. And, vote with your wallet, as they say, right?
Yes.
Or go somewhere else. The dress code thing, it was poorly done.
Yeah. Here's a thought. You don't want things that are overly urban. Don't open your high-end steakhouse in an overly urban, you're right. They are targeting a specific demographic. And if folks are coming in there to spend money, I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they're dressing. If they can hit those spends, God bless them. And if they're not disrupting,
and it's not, and I understand the super high-end restaurant where they make you wear a tie or they make you wear a blazer. But that's all it says is jackets required or neckties required. It's not a list of all the things you can't wear.
Well, I mean, I've been party to many a nightclub in both locally here and in Las Vegas that have very similar sets of rules as to who can wear what, and it's
but it's bullshit, as you know.
Yes, it is.
Because me and you could walk up and be wearing sweatpants and walk right in the front door. Right.
Yeah, it gives people cover to be assholes. A policy like that is just written cover to be a dick, to exclude anybody that you don't want to let in.
And you know full well, just like I do, that if some in shape, good looking dude can be wearing a pair of, designer joggers
Lululemon.
and a Dior sweatshirt or a Givenchy sweatshirt. And his outfit cost him $3,000 and he could be dressed perfectly, beautifully. And he's totally out of dress code, but he looks way better than the guy that just threw on a badly fitting button-down shirt and some baggier jeans. That's why you backed yourself into a corner with that dress code.
Yeah, I didn't write it.
No. I'm saying they did, and because if they don't enforce it to everyone, then it's useless.
No argument here. And I mean, in the same breath, it makes me wonder, like a company of that size, like, didn't you run that shit by your legal department?
I mean, I don't know. Wait, what restaurant was it?
Steak 48.
Is that the same as like our people here?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Which we love that place.
Houston, Chicago. 48. So there's, I think, Steak 48, and you guys have Steak 44, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the same company, but with just different names.
I would hope so, because if it's not, whoever came second is a jerk.
Let me see here.
But speaking of Steak 44, what a great steakhouse.
Yeah. Steak 44. Definitely the same company.
Okay.
And, I mean, in fairness, they have the exact same dress code.
Really?
They have the exact same dress code.
I guess they ran it by corporate, didn't they?
I guess so. But they don't have the minimum.
What does the menu look like at Steak 44? How much is a salad?
Stand by. Dinner menu. Boop. Appetizers. Let's say deviled eggs, $12. Meatballs, $14. Salads, between $13 and $16.
Wow, that's pretty great.
It's not bad.
I might go to Steak 44 tonight for dinner.
Just get a seafood tower.
There's your $100 minimum right there.
Yeah, per person. But then and then the steaks are a 16-ounce fillet is $62.
16-ounce fillet. Oh, bone in. Okay.
No. The 18-ounce bone-in fillet is $74.
Did you say the fillet is 16 ounces?
Yeah, 1 pound fillet.
That is a massive fillet.
Yeah, it's a little too big for me.
I couldn't eat that. I'm a 10-ounce guy at most.
No, I mean, I could do it.
Like, actually, I'm more of an 8.
So you'd get a petite fillet at 53. But so let's do the math. I mean, my math was kind of close. So your petite fillet is at $53. Let's say you got, I know you're probably getting a wedge salad, possibly a chopped, but that's $15. So now we're at $68. I'm
getting a dessert.
What are you getting off? Maybe you're getting an appetizer, maybe some calamari, maybe If it's just me, I'm not getting an app. I'm going to get a salad, a steak, one side, probably potato based. All right, let's see.
Dessert.
So let's do the sides, right? Sides are anywhere between $9 and $14.
Call it 14.
Chef Maroni's potatoes, caramelized onions.
There we go.
Mozzarella. That's 17.
Actually, I hate caramelized onions, but
oh god! All right, how about a order of whipped? How about the Hasselbeck potato? 13.
I'm in. I like a Hasselback.
So where were we at? 58, 13, and 15. You're the math major here.
So 28 and 58 is 86. Then A dessert.
Dessert, creme brulee, $14.
Exactly $100.
So to my point, there's obviously a whole bunch of people that aren't, and that's kind of like the minimums, right? You're not going overboard. You're not being extravagant. You're getting a salad, an entree, and a dessert. That's $100.
But if I went there and I got a salad, a entree, no side, and a dessert, and my bill was $82, and you upcharged me $18 to meet my minimum, I probably wouldn't be happy.
If you were going solo, would you be sitting at the dining room or would you be sitting at the bar?
I would go to the bar if I'm alone.
And I think that that's the answer to a lot of this is if you're just there for cocktails and apps, that's why every restaurant has a bar section. I think that there's a huge part. And I think maybe if they made this, if you're dining with us in the dining room, maybe that should have been the line of demarcation. Where if you're going to join us in the dining room, please be advised that, look, we're in business too. We need to make money, and we do this by selling meals. But if you'd like to join us for cocktails and apps, we have a bar section with a menu that we'd love for you to join us at. And I think that's where they kind of missed the bullseye. In other words, instead of sounding completely exclusionary, let people know that these are the parameters, but give them an invitation to join you elsewhere, which is better suited.
Yeah.
And I mean, knowing us, we'd sit 6 across the bar. Sometimes we don't even want a table. I can't tell you how many times we've sat at the Palm 6 across at the bar because that's just where we're most comfortable.
Yeah.
We want a good meal without feeling all stuffy and white napkined.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. We've talked 15 minutes on this subject. Ain't nobody said shit.
Except Jenna said, dang, I want a steak now. She probably already left. She's probably at a steakhouse right now.
Yeah, she's on her way to the nearest Ruth's Chris.
I love Ruth's Chris. Gets a bad rap, Ruth's Chris.
My dad was just saying the exact same thing. He's like, I like those. He's like, I like
filet is delicious.
I'm not opposed to a Ruth's Chris. I just happen to like to spend my money locally. But if there's not an option, Ruth's Chris is fine by me.
And they have incredible specials.
Their cheesecake is next level.
It is good. The last time, I want to say, maybe not the last time, but I went to a Ruth's Chris one time when I was in Orange County with our friend Rob Cartwright.
Okay.
And he had a meeting. And I was supposed to be there, but I wasn't. So he's like, just go eat. I'll meet you after. Okay.
I know exactly which Ruth's Chris you're talking about, too. The one right off of Jamboree.
Yes, 100%. There's a North Italia right there. There's a bunch of restaurants like that.
I was going to say
there's a Puesto.
I was going to say there's a Houston's right around the corner, I believe.
Yeah. So they had a special that night. It's like the Ruth's Chris special or whatever the fuck they call it. It was a 6-ounce filet.
Okay.
And twin lobster tails. For like $57.
Ship it all day. Full send.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I had 2 glasses of wine and I was out the door for like $110. But I spent that 100.
You spent the 100.
Yep.
And I guess, I think if it was a one-off thing, right? Like if it was just happening on occasion where people just weren't hitting the number.
It doesn't matter. You deal with that.
But I think that again, I'm just speculating. You either have to be ridiculously petty. If it's not happening all the time, then you have to be ridiculously petty to make that a corporate policy, right? So it's either that or it is happening all the time and they need to take corrective action. In either case, the restaurant can't win. Again, not defending the restaurant, not defending the dress code, not defending the whole, the way that they went about the way that they went about putting in a minimum spend. There were a lot of better ways that they could have accomplished it. But there's a reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I named this episode. I forgot what I named the episode, but it had something to do with vaccines.
Okay.
And there's been some stories out that they're
scrolling. If you put the scroll on the bottom, it was on the scroll. Wasn't it?
No, the name wasn't.
Okay.
The episode name is Vaccine Lottery ?
Oh.
How do you feel about this? Well, for anyone that doesn't know, apparently they're giving incentives to people to like get vaccines.
More than the Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yeah, they're doing like a legit lottery of like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I think it's insane, but I don't really know why. It just doesn't feel right to me.
I think that there's been so much ridiculous disinformation about vaccines, and I'm going to bring up a point in just a moment, that our governmental institutions have been, their hands have been forced into going to extremes because people have not only been subjected to misinformation, but active disinformation as to what these vaccines can and can't do. And if you can't beat them, buy them, I guess. And the point I'm going to make is on this one. The biggest one that I hear all the time is the one about microchipping. That the government's going to be able to track you and your loved ones wherever. So I don't know. I think we both have friends that have served in the military. I personally have never put on a uniform, but friends and possibly, and I actually have family.
Roommates?
That too. Yes, your roommate has proudly served. One of my relatives was actively deployed after September 11th, served multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I'm not speaking for this person, but I've heard stories very similar to our government, our military, which might be the most advanced war machine that, the universe has ever known. We've lost many of our men and women in uniform. We've made mistakes. They've been the victims of friendly fire. People have been lost behind enemy lines where we can't find them. You're trying to tell me that these folks, if we had the ability to microchip people, that it wouldn't have happened within our military? Our own military can't find people. And they are the most advanced, most highly trained, most, I could use a bazillion adjectives to describe them, but I think you guys are all getting the point. So the whole premise of a microchip is absolutely lost, because if it was something that could have existed, it would have existed, and we wouldn't be losing our brothers and sisters, friends and family in uniform behind enemy lines. It would be a non-issue. The military is the reason why we have GPS systems. They're the reason why things exist like that. You're trying to tell me that the Department of Defense wouldn't use chipping to find wouldn't use chipping of soldiers to keep them from having to tell a crying mother that their son or daughter's remains were not recovered during combat? That doesn't make any sense to me. But there are people in this world that actually believe that that's a thing. And those people...
I wish I got microchipped.
Right? Are your dogs microchipped?
Of course.
Because you don't want to lose them.
Oh, Jocko went on an adventure the other day.
Where'd Jocko go? But
I don't know.
Before we get to that, though, is what I'm saying making any sense? Like, if these things were to exist, wouldn't we put these things and put them into action?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
But call me crazy.
Look, the things do exist, but we're not using them. like you just said, the dogs have them. You put them in dogs. Like, yeah, of course they exist, but we're just not using it.
It's not hidden, right? Like when you enlist into the military, never done it, but I'm figuring that you're signing over your body to Uncle Sam. I'm not saying that you're signing over all of your rights, but you get vaccinated up the wazoo when they don't want somebody with tuberculosis being on a submarine. So they make sure you got health. It's like, how many lost subs we would find if everybody on the sub was chipped? Because we've lost the submarine before, folks. We've lost lots of things and lots of people. Sadly, I'm not making light of tragedy. I'm just saying that if the technology existed, we would already be using it. There wouldn't be this need for political theater. It's ridiculous. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah. Speaking of, I don't want to talk about this.
Just really quick, Justin. Then Jenna's saying $15 million cash grand prize to be split between 10 vaccinated Californians for $50,000 Fridays. Sounds a whole lot better than falafel Fridays. Cash prizes for 30 Californians, $100 million in $50 gift cards for the next 2 million fully vaccinated Californians. The only reason why I'm pissed off about this is because I did my part and I got vaccinated early. I'd like a $50 gift card, please. Thank you. And please. And thank you.
I'll take, 1.5 million instead.
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
the fact that we have to go through this to get people to because obviously this pandemic is waning, which is great. Folks are getting the shot. The world is coming back. And I think that some folks are thinking like, well, maybe I don't need to get it after all. Okay, well, maybe you don't. That's your personal choice. But I think people's ability to make those personal choices have been clouded by insane Facebook and Instagram posts.
Well, that's not all. I mean, and what I was just about to talk about, and I didn't really want to. One of my best friends in the world. I've known him 30 years. Okay. His brother, 2 days ago, passed away.
I'm really sorry.
From a blood clot. And 2 days before he got the vaccine. Now, his second dose of the vaccine. Now, he had some underlying health conditions. He had diabetes. And that's why he was very at risk for getting, if he got COVID, it was a high risk for him.
Right.
And then he got the vaccine, which is, I guess, just a form of the virus they give you, right? I guess. I'm not a doctor, obviously. And
if they gave him the J&J one, then it is a dead version of the virus.
I think it was his second dose, so it couldn't have been that one.
So it would have been an RNA. Yeah.
But look, I mean, 10,000 people can say now, oh, well, my friend's brother got it, or my friend's friend, or this, some 6th degree of separation of, 10,000 people that somehow knew Pete, right?
Sure.
I mean, not really. But this is this is not someone very far removed from me. Had I heard this before I got the vaccination, would I still go through with it? I don't know. I would like to say probably.
Right.
But it would make me think twice about it. I don't know.
I mean, sadly.
And look, and granted, if 10,000 people die of the vaccine, which is obviously not true, it's not even, I wouldn't think it's even close to that. But if you're vaccinating 200 million and 10,000.
330 million, but yeah.
Well, not all kids are getting vaccinated.
Well, all right. 200 million, sure.
I'm just using it as an example. If 200 million people get vaccinated and 10,000 die, should you stop doing vaccinations? Unfortunately, no. Right. So it's not. I'm not saying it's a slam dunk either way. It was for me when I got it, and we've talked about it, but I didn't know anyone that was really affected by it. Now I do. So maybe I would think twice.
I know people that, and I'm going to play devil's advocate, but I know far more people that got COVID and were injured or died because of COVID as opposed to being injured or died from the vaccine. It's just a higher number.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, again, people are going to make their own decisions on what's best for them. It's tough, man. I mean, the last year we've just all been filled with nothing but opposing opinions, anecdotal evidence that's been presented as actual facts, and I think that we're all just tired. more than anything else, I think we're just, and I think that just being tired of everything is clouding people's judgments.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just, I'm at a loss for words, and that's not easy for me.
COVID fatigue.
Yeah, it's a real thing, man. I had a customer come into the deli yesterday, and we've got the plexiglass in front of the register, and COVID's almost over. When are you taking this down? I'm not. And I politely explained. I said, when regulations change, and they haven't yet, but when they do, and when mask wearing indoors becomes a personal choice, we're going to give that to you, and we're going to allow you to do that. However, for us on this side of the counter, we're going to continue, wearing masks. I mean, I'm sure you still want us to wear gloves while we're making your food, so I don't know why you have any issue with us wearing a facial covering while we're breathing on your food while we're making it. It almost seems like you want people to do that. But everything's a political statement now. Everything's a political statement. It doesn't need to be a political statement. We just got to do what's best, just do the right thing.
I haven't put a mask on in a week.
That's nice.
Even Albertsons. We talked about that the other day when I was going to Albertsons, and you were saying, "Nope, still masks." Nope.
Me personally, again, it's a personal choice. My health conditions, the world that I live in, I cohabitate. My roommates are senior citizens. There are things that drive my decision-making process that is independent from everybody else. So even after all the mandates go away, in specific settings, I will likely continue to wear masks. If I'm at an arena show, if I'm going to a music festival, I'm going to a concert, where there's just lots of people, I'm probably going to mask up. Cold and flu season, which is right around the corner, probably going to mask up. Not because I'm trying to make a political statement. My statement is, I don't want to get a cold or the flu or any variant of COVID for that matter. And if by wearing a mask and washing my hands and staying away from people allows me to do that, that's on me, right? I'm not expecting anybody else to do the same. I don't know. But everybody.
Yeah, I mean, look, anyone that would have a problem with you wearing a mask for yourself is a fucking moron.
But here's the thing, Justin. We take into consideration the fact that you actually know. No one's entitled to know what you know about me, and I shouldn't have to feel like I have to give people my medical history, right? Like what I'm saying is that there are people in this world. I get what you're saying. There are people in this world that think that somehow me wearing a mask in the grocery store is like me trying to make a political statement. Like after the mandates go away. Not the case at all.
I mean, it's not even that. A perfectly healthy person, they want to wear a mask. Okay, how is that affecting my life at all?
It's not. It's not.
Right.
It's only a political statement if you make it one.
Right.
But ironically, look how this is turning around. I will not wear a mask. I will not wear a mask. I will not wear a mask all through 2020. I will not get a vaccine, so I'm going to wear a mask to show that I haven't been vaccinated.
Is that what's happening?
That's literally what's happening right now. That the anti-maskers are now wearing masks to show because you're not wearing a mask because you're vaccinated. I'm not taking your stupid vaccine. So let me put on a mask.
I give up.
You just go figure. We could have been done with this like forever ago. Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think it's time we wrap this up. I'm exhausted. I need some sleep. I haven't slept well at all lately. I'm gonna be in bed at 8:00. I hope.
I'm gonna play some video games. I'm gonna make some dinner and play some video games and chill out.
I already had I had chili for dinner. The roommate made some chili tonight.
I love chili.
It was delicious. Well, the roommate and little Tim made chili tonight.
I love a good chili. I love a good chili, cheese and onions, some crackers, and it's one of those. It's a very hearty meal. It's a soup meal.
Yep. Yes, Jenna, we actually had cornbread with it. And I'm not a big cornbread fan.
Big fan.
Never have been. I don't like it. I've tried it hundreds of times in my life, probably. I don't,
Ooh.
and I love corn. I love corn. I would eat corn a million different ways, and I love it. But they made this like gluten-free, blah, blah, blah cornbread. It was one of the better cornbreads I've ever had.
I think everything made at home is always better, right?
Nah, I don't know about that.
Do you guys do your chili beans or no beans?
There were some red beans, like kidney beans, I guess.
Sure.
There was also some white beans in there, like cannellini, whatever the fuck you call them. Those are I like those beans. That was great. And I don't even. I honestly, like, you know me, like if someone gives me chili and it's like turkey chili or chicken chili, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I think it was turkey chili. I don't even know, but it was delicious.
Good. Well, good job, roommate. Good job, Tim.
Yeah.
Who are we raiding?
I don't know. I'm looking right. Oh, Darth Vader's on. Let's raid Vader. What do you think about that?
I think that's an excellent decision, ladies and gentlemen, or Claudia and Jenna, as it were. Thanks for stopping by the Old Guy in the Club podcast. My name is Rob Zilla, absent Neil Jackson, and that is Justin Zotz. If you liked what you heard today, don't forget to like and subscribe. We do this every Wednesday, 6 p.m. on the West Coast, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Thanks for being the best part of the show.
Everything he just said, double it.
2 times. 2 times.
All right, guys. Jenna, Claudia, everybody else, although I think that's it right now. Thank you guys for showing up. As always, we had fun, and we will see you next week.
1 year anniversary coming up. 1 year anniversary coming up.
That's true. 2 weeks. Later, people.